EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. We are just about set to get the festivities started, and off we go on this Christmas Eve. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot.
That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. I mean, he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, Richardson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the 1st down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on 2nd, and it gets even worse. They can't protect the quarterback, and they can't get him some easy completion.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played, and through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
Taylor now to return it, and it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
a 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one, take it in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Vikings will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. Now Brown.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. You know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to be taken down around the 24-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Oh, and that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Carry here for Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Downs goes in motion. Here's Brown. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
To the air now on 1st and 10. There's Evans. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback in his protectors.
That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Richardson to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
Downs goes in motion. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's on for the 2nd time. They're trying to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll look to throw. And they will finally run him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time? Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
They'll look to throw again. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. It is brought in the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got 19 on the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Richardson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. For the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, right on the heels of the pick six, he is intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick six for the touchdown. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On first down, it's Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Hook him up on a second down and 8. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He is going to have a Colts first down. We're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached halftime in a game that is all but over here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The 3rd quarter begins with a run.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. That is catch number 60 for the season. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They face 2nd down and 7. Looks like a design run here with Richardson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
1st and 10. On the ground, it's White. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
To the ground, a first down run. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. A give, and here's White. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll run with White. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's second and goal. One more time, it's White. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again. On the bootleg, it's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13.
probably shot a hit, boy, because I got all the hits. What? All that drink, you got to chip. I mean, on my little mouth drink.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Minnesota. They'll stay on the ground. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's White. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's White. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This fielded inside the 35. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. It's a pickup. Yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Taylor a 1st down and more. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Second down, Prescott. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 41 yards out. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Colts cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Another run here with White. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Dak. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Here's a designed run. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. On the handoff, it's Taylor. The Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The extra point is up and through. And the Colts cut into the lead a little bit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And not the best of returns. He'll dive to the ground and just give himself up. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So a win here for the Vikings. And that's now 4